orders of the TMC strongman Sheikh Shah Jahan. They've named Sheikh Shah Jahan. They've said that they were repeatedly raped. The allegation is that they were raped till the rapists got tired of raping them and then sent them back to their husbands. Scheduled Caste Commission panel member insists SC/ST women are not safe in that area, alleging that the accused are being shielded. A charge that's been very strongly refuted by Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. BJP leader Shubhendu Adhikari, leader of opposition in the Bengal Assembly, has demanded an independent probe by the National Investigation Agency. We get you all sides of the story. Also on the show, slow burn in Pakistan over a Hindu temple inauguration in Abu Dhabi by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the grand reception he received both in the United Arab Emirates and in Qatar. Pakistan's analysts concede Pakistan today stands completely isolated and needs to learn so much from India. I'm Gaurav Sawant. We get you that story. Action-packed 16 minutes. As always, let's get started with the headlines. Bengal women narrate horrifying molestation ordeal. Mamata Banerjee claims the victims are BJP agents. BJP hits back. Amidst this angry verbal duel, locals vandalized TMC office in Sandeshkhali. In a landmark verdict, Supreme Court strikes down the electoral bond scheme, calls it unconstitutional, says SBI will have to disclose names of all the funders under the scheme. Ahead of the proposed Bharat Bandh by some farm groups, round 3 of government farmer talks underway in Chandigarh. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann also attending the meeting with farm leaders. Will the deadlock end? Big political quake before 2024 polls. Farooq Abdullah hints at joining the NDA in future, says cannot rule out any possibility. Announces that the National Conference will go solo in 2024 elections. But son Omar says no doors open for the NDA. And days after 8 Indian Navy veterans were freed, 7 brought back to India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets the Emir of Qatar, holds a bilateral meeting. Prime Minister accorded a ceremonial welcome during his Qatar visit. The BJP and the TMC are at daggers drawn over grave allegations leveled by some women in Sandeshkhali in Bengal. They've alleged they were repeatedly assaulted by TMC leaders and workers. They've claimed that they were taken to the office of Sheikh Shah Jahan and his aides. Union Minister Smriti Irani led the charge, quoting the allegations of the victims. Men of the TMC would come to their homes, check out beautiful women, take them and rape them night after night. Their husbands were told, you are the husband only in name. The Bengal police insists no formal complaint has been filed. Mamata Banerjee says 17 people have been taken into custody. She's accused the BJP of fomenting trouble in the state. We get you more in this report.
Sandeshkhali showdown has intensified. Protests have now spread outside the restive village. And as tensions escalate, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has spoken out. She's blaming the BJP and RSS.
আপনারা জানেন জীবনে আমি কোনো অন্যায়কে কোনোদিন প্রশ্রয় দিইনি এবং আমি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়ে স্টেট কমিশন পাঠিয়েছি আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন পাঠিয়েছি 17 জনকে অ্যারেস্ট করা হয়েছে এবং আপনারা দেখেছেন যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী
The West Bengal police says that it is yet to receive any formal complaints of rape and torture. But women in Sandeshkhali reveal a different story.
অত্যাচার হতো মেয়েদেরকে তুলে নিয়ে যেত, বৌদিকে তুলে নিয়ে যেত, নিয়ে গিয়ে হচ্ছে কি মিটিংয়ের নাম করে তুলে নিয়ে গিয়ে এ করতো, টর্চার করতো, কাকে রান্না করাবে, কাকে এ করবে, ভালো ভালো মেয়েদের দেখে হচ্ছে কি ভিতরে রাখবে।
হ্যাঁ, মানে মহিলাদের উপরে প্রচুর পরিমাণে অত্যাচার করা হতো। যেমন রাতের বেলা মহিলাদেরকে তুলে নিয়ে যাওয়া হতো বাড়ির থেকে পার্টি অফিসে, আবার হচ্ছে মিটিং মিছিলের জন্য যখন তখন ডেকে পাঠাতেন। রাত নেই, 10টা নেই, 12টা নেই, যখন ডাকবে তখন যেতে হবে। না যদি যেত তাদের স্বামীদেরকে তুলে নিয়ে গিয়ে পার্টি অফিসে কোদালের ব্যাট দিয়ে মারধর করা হতো। এমনকি ছোট ছোট বাচ্চা শিশুদেরকেও 14-15 বছর বয়সী বাচ্চা শিশুদেরকে নিয়ে গিয়ে তাদের হাতে মদের বোতল এবং হচ্ছে পিস্তল ধরিয়ে দিত যে রাজনীতিতে করতেই হবে, পড়াশুনো করে কি হবে, দিদি তোদের জন্য তোর মাদের লক্ষ্মীর ভাণ্ডার দিচ্ছে, বোনেদের কন্যাশ্রী দিচ্ছে, এত কিছু প্রকল্প দিদি তোদের জন্য দিচ্ছে, কিন্তু তোরা যদি রাজনীতি না করিস তাহলে তোদের বাড়িতে তোর মা বাবাকে খুন করা হবে, মার্ডার করা হবে।
On Thursday, National Scheduled Caste Commission delegation met victims of alleged sexual assault.
जो मुख्यमंत्री है, जहां खुद एक नाम ममता है, मैं फिर बोल रही हूँ ममता नाम की चीज नहीं है। आप जितना छुपाना चाहती थी, आप आंकड़े नहीं बताना चाहती हैं, क्योंकि आप एफआईआर दर्ज ही नहीं करती हैं। अनुसूचित जाति के लोग हैं, उनके साथ आप घर बुला बुला कर टॉर्चर करते हैं। आपके नेता, आप उनको संरक्षण देती हैं, आप उनको संभाल कर अपने पनाह देती हैं। तो आपको मैं चाहती हूँ कि देश आपको माफ नहीं करेगा। राष्ट्रपति को बताना चाहते हैं कि यहाँ पे राष्ट्रपति शासन लागू करिए, नहीं तो ये हमारे लोग यहाँ सुरक्षित नहीं रह पाएंगे।
Other than the allegations of sexual harassment and exploitation, there are charges of systematic land grabbing and socio-economic exploitation against Trinamool's Sheikh Shahjahan and his henchmen. But Mamata Banerjee is standing firmly behind her party neta.
একটা এলাকাকে অশান্ত করার চেষ্টা করেছে। আগে টার্গেট শেখ শাহজাহান, ওকে টার্গেট করে ইডি ঢুকলো, তারপরেই সবাইকে বার করে দিয়ে তারপরে ওখানে আদিবাসী মাইনরিটিদের মধ্যে ঝগড়া লাগিয়ে দিল।
Political temperatures are also rising. BJP cadres hit the streets from Hooghly to West Midnapur to South 24 Parganas, where violent clashes were witnessed between Bengal police and BJP workers. BJP President JP Nadda has also formed a fact-finding committee that is headed to Sandeshkhali.
ममता जी को ईओपी में बंद करना चाहिए और उसका पीछे एनआईए लगा देना चाहिए। रोहिंग्या को कौन संरक्षण दिया? यहाँ संदेशखाली में सौरबड़िया में शाहजहां का घर का बगल में 150 रोहिंग्या परिवार को घुसाया। ये बांग्लादेश का बॉर्डर है।
Spine-chilling testimonies and a political showdown that is exploding Sandeshkhali continues to be a big flashpoint in state of war Bengal. Bureau Report, India Today.
And security has now been strengthened in Sandeshkhali. Leader of opposition Shuvendu Adhikari was stopped from visiting the violence-hit villages on security reasons. But what's the ground reality? Let's get you a reaction from the Bengal police.
बहुत बड़ा बवाल किया है। पुलिस के 37 लोग इंजर्ड हुए। इनके हम लोगों ने 11 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया। सेंट्रल आईबी की तरफ से, स्टेट आईबी की तरफ से बार बार इन्फॉर्मेशन आ रहा है कि आ रहे हैं, इनका बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। तो हम लोग इलाके की सेफ्टी को ध्यान रखते हुए, जो जितने पुलिस के लोग हैं, जितने गवर्नमेंट के लोग हैं, उनकी सेफ्टी का ध्यान रखते हुए हमको अरेंजमेंट करना ही था और हम लोगों ने बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग अरेंजमेंट किया है। सो अभी वो लोग बैरिकेड में वो लोग बैठे हुए हैं। हम लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि आप वापस चले जाइए। वो एक पहला कमीशन नहीं जो है, यहाँ बहुत सारे कमीशन आ चुके हैं। राज्य सरकार की भी एक 10 मेंबर स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम घूम रही है ताकि महिलाओं का जो भी इस तरह का डर है या इस तरह का कोई कंप्लेन है उसको लेने के लिए। और प्लस हम लोग खुद भी अपने लेवल से आज 10 दिन हो गए इसके हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं। इसमें हमको 1-2 कंप्लेन भी मिला है, उसका अगेंस्ट में एक्शन भी लिया जा रहा है। पश्चिम बंगाल पुलिस की अपनी प्रायोरिटीज़ है। नेशनल जो अरुण हल्दार साहब आए हैं अपनी टीम को लेकर, वो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, हम अपना काम कर रहे हैं। पुलिस को जो अपना काम करना है पुलिस कर रही है और आगे और अच्छी तरीके से करेगी। हम लोग बार बार गांव में जा रहे हैं, उनको रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, हमारी टीम घूम रही है कि आपको अगर कोई कंप्लेंट दीजिए, जो लोग इसको में किए, जो उनको परेशान किए, उनके इसमें एक्शन लिया जाएगा। और महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के लिए जो भी करना होगा, पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार, पश्चिम बंगाल पुलिस पूरी तरह से सचेत है, पूरी तरह से एक्टिव है। हम लोग इस मामले को लेकर के बहुत ही ज़्यादा अवेयर हैं और जो स्टेप लेना हम लोग लेंगे।
There are also allegations being made that the victims are being discredited even before they are heard. But are the charges politically motivated? The question also is, where is Sheikh Shah Jahan. Why is he not joining investigations? There are allegations, there are counter allegations. Let me get you all sides of the story. Joining me on India First is Shishir Bajoria, spokesperson and leader of Bengal BJP. Namrata Kothari is a political analyst, will give us the Trinamool point of view. And Advocate Charu Valkhana is a former member of the National Commission for Women. Shishir Bajoria, Bengal police insists no complaint was filed by the women with the police. Mamata Banerjee says an all-women's police team has been sent. State women's panel has already been sent. 17 people have been taken into custody. Are you not satisfied with the progress of the investigation, sir?
Well, first of all, let me point out that the main guy, Sheikh Shah Jahan, today is the 42nd day. He is in the, and mark my words, he's in the protection and tender care of West Bengal police. He is nowhere, he's not run, he's not underground. He's in the tender care of West Bengal police, number one. Number two, my chief minister, honorable chief minister, she happens to be my chief minister as well, today in the assembly says women came with faces hidden. Yes, they came with faces hidden. Because first when they came, absolutely out in the open, that is when everybody's eyes were opened about this mass rape happening inside TMC office. And when they went to the cops to complain, who were the FIRs filed against? Their relatives. They were told, you want more harassment? So next they have no other option but to mask their faces. And by the way, and this calling them BJP and all, let me remind viewers, 19th of May 2012, Mamata Banerjee, chief minister then also, stormed out of an interview conducted by a lady who is now, will be soon her MP, by saying you are asking questions on behalf of Maoist cadres and CPM cadres.
Okay, but let's stay on the current story for a moment, sir. Namrata Kothari, the allegations are horrifying. Women are on camera saying they were repeatedly assaulted. Should this matter not be independently investigated if the allegation is that when a complaint was made to the Bengal police, the complaint was filed against men in the family of the victims?
See, this is the heinous crime, and in any part of India, if this has happened, this rape case and all, it will be condemnable, very much condemnable. But the point is over here, this needs proper investigation. Investigation, as here we know, people don't have, the faith on police. So definitely a panel with the ex-Chief Justice and all should be formed so that proper investigation should be done. But there are certain things which we should remember, that more than a decade, this crime is going on and no one is aware of it. How is it possible? In Bengal, the women are quite vocal. They, as we know from the previous decades and also during the independence or freedom fighting, women played a very important role. They are very vocal, revolutionary women are there. So how in this case they are keep mum for more than a decade? How this is possible? Is that the place is secluded? No one can enter there? No, the partymen of CPM, BJP, they are entering that place. Why not the women there? They told their flight to the opposition party. If the opposition party know everything, why don't they take step against this heinous crime? What makes them to keep mum? Okay. So my question here is, if the people know these things, if the opposition party or the media, as we know today, the media is quite active, whether it is a social media, print media or any media. So why not there's any single clipping of these crimes we find either in the Facebook, in Twitter, anywhere. And even the women over Sandeshkhali, there are many women who come to the cities for the daily labor wage. Or
before I bring in Advocate Charu, I want Shishir Bajoria to respond. Why is it that these women were silent, for a decade, as is being claimed?
First of all, my congratulations to Namrata ji for at least admitting that people don't have faith in the police, which is a fact. This is a fact, and thanks for bringing that out. Now, let me tell you, even just to highlight this point, you showed on your video, on your package, Sumit Kumar, the DIG of the area, saying many commissions have come. Look at the way he says. Can an officer of the rank of DIG say this? Complete disregard to these commissions. By the way, why no one could say why it's not coming in social media? Let me answer it straight on. When somebody puts it up, Calcutta police, West Bengal police come knocking on their doors. Take it down or else. This happens even in the city of Calcutta. Namrita ji, if you don't know, please find out. And if you, it's difficult, it's not possible for me to give names. I can give names.
Okay, let me bring in Charu Alhana for more on this. Advocate Charu, has Bengal police followed due process in this case? Women said they went to the police, they claim their complaints were not registered, and when they complained, it were men in their family that FIRs were filed against.
Absolutely, I think the blame falls on the police. In fact, this is absolutely a shocking crime against humanity. This is a grave violation of human rights. It's not about lust and sex, it's about dominance, it's about power. From the way the story is emerging, women are targeted, they're pulled out of homes, and the whole idea is to threaten the whole community and send a message that you follow us or your women will suffer. And this is one of the worst crimes, and normally we've seen that women are more vulnerable to sexual assault in areas where there is. Now to the question, come to the question of the DIG, he is saying that we have been roaming around in the area trying to give a reassurance to the women to come out, open up and give the complaints. And no one is complained. Now I find this a little contradictory because the women, and I think the Chief Minister or somebody else said that why are the women cover their heads? I mean, this crime is associated with shame and stigma. That's why women don't come out. They are not vocal. And even educated women, like journalists, they've done this Me Too tweet after 5 years, after 10 years. So to expect it's really insensitive.
Let me get Namrata Kothari to come in and weigh in on this, because Shuvendu Adhikari accuses the TMC and Mamata Banerjee of protecting Sheikh Shah Jahan. He seeks an independent investigation by the NIA or an independent body outside the state. Respond to allegations that this is vote bank politics resulting in Sheikh Shah Jahan and his aides being protected, ma'am.
My main concern over here is the plight of the woman. See, we, in the name of, as the general election is, coming nearer, and now this things is the blaming game is going on. So what about the plight of the woman? Are there still women? We are in the Middle Ages? We should be treated like animals. Our right is not the right like the male right. We are from the different planet. Why this question arises? When the questions come like they are tortured, they are raped, why not proper investigation is going on? If the people, if
but
the
present
government or the opposition, they know everything. If the opposition know everything, why don't they take step earlier? What obstruct them for doing anything? After all, this is for the human being. Women are the very much the part of the society. What stop them to do better for the woman?
Shishir Bajoria, Mamata Banerjee accuses the BJP and the RSS of trying to create a divide in Bengal, and in this region create a divide between Muslims and tribals of the state. She insists that there will be no injustice to anyone, and that is why 17 people have already been taken into custody.
Well, first of all, let me clarify. I'm sure you know, but if someone on the channel does not know, the responsibility of law and order in the Indian federal system lies with the state government. So when you say that justice should be done, I fully agree with you, Namrita ji. It should be done to these helpless women. Imagine being in the TMC office for days and days, and they are being told, till we are satisfied, you're not coming home. And this is what they face. And Mamata ji says that she will look and see what happened today in the assembly. She bats for who? Sheikh Shah Jahan. She bats for Sheikh Shah Jahan, the person, the kingpin of this, the kingpin who's the mafia, who's basically his income comes from illegal smuggling of cows, illegal
Prove the position of the
arms.
woman. We have to prove the thing. Without proof, how can we say
What
that?
will you prove? The women are pleading. Lady, the women are pleading. They are saying we are taken for days and days. And you want to prove that? You want to prove
First
that, madam?
start the investigation by the FIR getting registered.
Investigation, proper investigation should be needed. I continuously
Proper
appeal to all.
investigation, yes.
Investigation
Yes,
is needed.
by accusing their own family members so that they don't come out. And by saying it's RSS and BJP.
Yeah. If
This
will
is
be
what
the
she used to
thing,
say
all over
about
India,
Maoists and
the
CPM.
plight of the woman will always deteriorate.
Charu
It is not
Alhana
the solution. We need solution.
Anju Bala,
Solution
member of the
is
SC
the
Commission,
state
says
government.
there is no Mamata for the women of Sandeshkhali. Her point is, if this is what is happening, that even scheduled caste women are not safe in Sandeshkhali, the charges read out by Union Minister Smriti Irani, they're truly horrifying. How will there be a free and fair probe for truth to emerge, ma'am?
See, the first step is that there's what the DIG said, that no FIR has been registered, women are not speaking out. That's what I said, he's contradicting himself. He knows there's an atmosphere of fear because he says that we are patrolling the area and unko ashwasan dene ki dar ki koi baat nahi, he used the word dar. That means that the police is there because there is an atmosphere of fear. That means that something has happened. So what is the role of the police when you have these women who are, naturally they're going to cover their head and you're going to cloud their faces. They're saying something has happened.
Okay.
Why is the whole world know that, but the police not registered the FIR? I'm not understanding.
And Namrata Kothari, where is Sheikh Shah Jahan? Where is Sheikh Shah Jahan? If he's innocent, why is he not joining investigations? First an ED probe and now this case, and he's not joining investigations.
He thinks he's above the law because he has state protection. He's got that kind of immunity. I mean, look at this. It's shocking.
Ms.
He's
Kothari,
in the tender care of West Bengal police. Mark my words, tender care.
See, why he is not joining and all, that is a different question. That if he is the culprit, he should be punished. He should definitely punished for the sake of the women of the whole country, and it will set the example. But without having any proper proof, how we can say that? That's why we appeal for the proper investigation so that the culprit will be caught. And if these things will be happen, definitely the people will be punished. Why time and again women will be tortured all the time? Why so?
Okay, fair enough. I will let that be the last word on this part of the show. Where is Sheikh Shah Jahan, the man you see on your television screen? And we'll be tracking that story very, very closely. But for the moment, I want to shift focus to the other big story we're tracking here on India First. Amidst the farm protest deadlock and the third round of talks that's currently underway between the government and the protesting farmers, a video of one of the farmer leaders is going absolutely viral online. Jagjit Singh Dallewal, leader of the Bharat Kisan Union, the Ekta Sidhu group, one of the main organizers of this round of farm protests, he's been on camera saying that their effort is to bring down Prime Minister Narendra Modi's graph ahead of elections and that they have a very small window available for it. Listen in.
मोदी दा ग्राफ बहुत मंदर दे करके ऊपर चढ़ गया। वो नुकसान वो इहदा ग्राफ डाउन किवें आ सकदा है?
A shocking viral video of the most prominent face of the farm stir against popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Jagjit Dallewal, the chief of BKU Ekta, the steering force behind the agitation, expressing his worry over rising popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, especially after Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. In the video, Dallewal is heard promising to cut Modi down to size, adding that the farm stir presents a golden opportunity to cut Modi's soaring graph.
मोदी दा ग्राफ बहुत मंदर दे करके ऊपर चढ़ गया। वो नुकसान वो इहदा ग्राफ डाउन किवें आ सकदा है? मैं बहुत बारी ਜਦੋਂ मैं ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਿਆਰੀਆਂ ਕਰਾਉਂਦਾ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੌਕਾ ਬੜਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਹੈ, ਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਉਹਦਾ ਬੜਾ ਉੱਚਾ ਚੜਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ, ਦਿਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਆ, ਕੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਇਹਦਾ ਡਾਊਨ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ?
The video was picked up by top advisor to government Kanchan Gupta and prominent BJP leaders. who called the stir a political conspiracy against jealous opponent of the Prime Minister, timed with upcoming elections.
देखते क्या सीधा सीधा पॉलिटिकल एक स्टेटमेंट है ये, और पॉलिटिकल स्टेट में इस प्रकार से कोई एक प्रदर्शन करके, और वो भी एक इस प्रकार का खतरनाक दृश्य बना करके उस प्रदर्शन करने से क्या जनता मोदी से दूर हट जाएगी? बल्कि ये तो उसमें और बढ़ा रहे हैं। देखा जाए तो आज आम जनता में ये मैसेज जा रहा है कि ये तरीका ठीक नहीं, लोकतांत्रिक तरीका नहीं है। लोकतांत्रिक तरीके को हर कोई पसंद करता है।
The Congress, which has backed the farm stir, however, denied any political affiliations to the protesters.
Agenda of farmers' agitation is an agenda for life of this nation. It's an agenda of 72 crore farmers and farm laborers. This agenda is not governed by politics. This agenda is also not governed by who will be in power. Question is, will India live? Will India survive? Can India survive without its 72 crore farmers and farm laborers?
The farm stir is officially aimed at ensuring fair MSP law and benefits for farmers. But in reality, is it just another Modi Hatao Andolan? Bureau Report, India Today.
Modi's graph is very high because of the Ram temple, and that graph needs to be brought down, and that there is a very small window available for it. Has farmer leader Jagjit Singh Dallewal let the cat out of the bag? Has he revealed the real motive of this round of farm protests? Joining me on India First is Chaudhry Sawant Malik, National President of the Kisan Union, and Dr. Birpal Singh is an expert who's been tracking not just this agitation but the demand for MSP. Chaudhry Sawant Malik, क्या जगजीत सिंह दल्लेवाल के बयान से जो इस समय विरोध चल रहा है, फार्म प्रोटेस्ट चल रहे हैं, उसकी असलियत सामने आ गई है? एमएसपी तो बहाना है, प्रदर्शन का मकसद मोदी का ग्राफ गिराना है।
ये जो बयान है ये पूरा नहीं दिखा गया और इसको तोड़ मरोड़ कर पेश किया जा रहा है। मेन चीज ये है कि निहत्थे किसानों पर जैसे वहां पर गोलियां चलाई जा रही, प्लास्टिक की गोलियां चलाई जा रही, आंसू गैस चलाई जा रही, तो वो कह रहे हैं कि ये मोदी जी का जो ग्राफ बढ़ा है, उनको लगता है कि हम किसानों को कुचल देंगे, किसानों को दबा देंगे तो भी कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। तो किसान दुखी और परेशान होकर ये कह रहा है, एक नियत किसानों के जत्थेबंदियों पर आप वार पे वार किए जा रहे हो, वार पे वार किए जा रहे हो। क्या किसान सड़क पर नहीं चल सकता या किसान दिल्ली नहीं जा सकता? देखो, किसान भी आपका ही है, आपको किसान ने ही वोट दी है, तभी आप राजा बने हो, तो आप किसान को कुचलने का प्रयास ना करें। ये किसान आपका अपना किसान है।
लेकिन मोदी का ग्राफ गिराना किसान का मकसद है, इस प्रोटेस्ट का मकसद। आप उतनी बात सुनिए या पूरी बात सुनिए, ये तो हमने दो सेंटेंस जोड़े नहीं है। ये सेंटेंस सवित मलिक जी खुद बोल रहे हैं, वो किसान लीडर, कि राम मंदिर से मोदी का ग्राफ बहुत बढ़ गया है, वो ग्राफ गिराना है और उसके लिए बहुत छोटी सी विंडो बची है। डॉक्टर बीरपाल सिंह, क्या जगजीत सिंह दल्लेवाल के बयान को आप किस रूप में देखते हैं कि ये जो प्रोटेस्ट है, मोदी का ग्राफ इस समय गिराना है चुनाव से पहले, उसके लिए बहुत कम समय बचा है? जगजीत सिंह जी। डॉक्टर बीरपाल, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? डॉक्टर बीरपाल सिंह, आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं? डॉक्टर बीरपाल सिंह, आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
किसान का किसी राजनीतिक पार्टी या किसी पर्सनल आदमी से कोई विरोध नहीं है। हमारा विरोध है नीतियों का विरोध। जो विरोध नीतियों का है, हम अपनी एमएसपी की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं।
और एमएसपी की लड़ाई भारत बंद करके लड़ी जाती है। लेकिन इस समय क्योंकि तीसरे दौर की बातचीत, आप और मैं जब बात कर रहे हैं तो तीसरे दौर की समय बातचीत हो रही है। इस समय विरोध से क्या हासिल होगा? क्योंकि सरकार के पास तो अब वक्त ही कितना बचा है, फरवरी आधा बीत गया है, अप्रैल मई में चुनाव हो जाएंगे। अगर एमएसपी की भी मांग है तो जिसकी भी सरकार बनेगी उसी से मांगी जाएगी। तो इस समय विरोध का मकसद क्या केवल मोदी का ग्राफ गिराना ही है, जैसा वो कह रहे थे?
देखो, 13 महीने लगातार आंदोलन चला, हम और आप भी बहुत बार साथ में बैठे, और 13 महीने के आंदोलन के बाद जो सरकार ने वादे किए थे, उन वादों को पूरा नहीं किया। इसके बाद किसानों ने 26 महीने का समय सरकार को दिया, और ये जो आंदोलन चल रहा है 13 फरवरी की कॉल हो या 16 फरवरी की कॉल, ये कम से कम 6 महीने पहले किसान बता चुका, लेकिन सरकार उसको गंभीरता से नहीं लिया, और किसान का ना तो बजट में कहीं कोई नाम लिया, ना बजट में उसके लिए कुछ दिया, ना ही उन्होंने ये एमएसपी को लेकर कोई चर्चा की। और मेन मुद्दा जो है, जो इन्होंने 2 वादे किए थे, हम और आपने उसमें चर्चा भी की थी कि जब 7 दौर की बातचीत हुई थी तो इन्होंने कहा था कि हमने किसानों की 2 मांगे मान ली है। एक तो प्रदूषण वाले से किसान को बाहर कर दिया जाएगा, और
वो बातचीत तो अभी भी चल रही है। सवित मलिक जी, मुद्दा सिर्फ इस समय आज की जो आपकी मेरी बातचीत हो रही है, और आपकी मेरी बातचीत कई बार हुई है, आज का मुद्दा जो ये है कि दल्लेवाल जी जो इस बार यूनियन का इसको बढ़ा रहे हैं, इस समय का मकसद सिर्फ चुनाव से पहले मोदी का ग्राफ गिराना है। डॉक्टर बीरपाल सिंह, आप जगजीत सिंह दल्लेवाल के बयान को किस रूप में देखते हैं? डॉक्टर बीरपाल सिंह, आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
वीडियो तो ठीक है।
चलिए हम एक बार फिर संपर्क साधने का प्रयास करेंगे। यहां मुद्दा एक और उठता है सवित मलिक जी, कई बार कई बड़े संगठन जब जुड़ते हैं एक साथ तो एक बड़ा काफिला आगे बढ़ता है। इस बार यह कहा जा रहा है कि कई संगठन और बड़े किसान नेता इस आंदोलन से जुड़ नहीं रहे हैं। जो पंजाब से एक रिपोर्ट आई है उसमें यह कहा जा रहा है, चाहे बलबीर सिंह रज्जेवाल जी हो, डॉक्टर दर्शन पाल हो, गुरनाम सिंह चडूनी जी हो, ऐसे 10-12 ऐसे बड़े नाम सामने आए हैं जो इस आंदोलन का इस बार हिस्सा नहीं है। आप उसे किस रूप में देखते हैं?
ऐसा नहीं, कल का जो भारत बंद होगा सभी किसान नेता उसमें नजर आएंगे आपको, और पूरे देश का किसान एक साथ है, और ये लड़ाई किसी एक व्यक्ति की या एक स्टेट की नहीं है, ये पूरे देश की लड़ाई है और सभी किसानों की लड़ाई है, और सबका इसमें लगातार सहयोग है। हाँ, ये हो सकता है कि कुछ लोग फ्रंट पे हो, कुछ प्लानिंग कर रहे हो, कुछ अभी अंदर हो, लेकिन सब आएंगे। आपने देखा जब पहली बार भी दिल्ली की तरफ किसानों ने कूच किया था तो सभी किसान नेता वहां पर नहीं थे, आम किसान ही ट्रैक्टर ट्रॉली लेकर चल रहे थे, लेकिन सब नेता प्लानिंग कर रहे थे। किसी को हाउस अरेस्ट कर लिया था, किसी को जबरदस्ती रोक लिया था। तो यही स्थिति है, और किसान भी चाहता है कि बातचीत से उसका हल निकले। और मैं फिर कह रहा हूं कि हमारा किसी राजनीतिक पार्टी से, किसी निजी आदमी से कोई विरोध नहीं है, लेकिन सरकार ने जो वादे किए थे
सरकार के पास अब केवल गिने चुने कुछ महीने बचे हैं, उसके बाद चुनाव होंगे, बोर्ड एग्जाम होने वाले हैं, बच्चों की बोर्ड की परीक्षा है। किसानों के भी बच्चे तो बोर्ड एग्जाम देने जाते ही होंगे, या फिर किसानों को अपनी मांग बच्चों का भविष्य बिगाड़ के मिलेगी कि बोर्ड एग्जाम की समस्या हो, उनको तो भारत बंद करना है, उनको तो ट्रैक्टर दिल्ली लाना ही लाना है।
देखो, ये मांग आज की नहीं है, ना आज आंदोलन किया जा रहा। आपने देखा लगातार 13 महीने दिल्ली के बॉर्डर पर आंदोलन चला, और जब से लगातार किसान आंदोलित है और लगातार सरकार से बातचीत कर रहे, मौका दे रहे हैं, लेकिन सरकार बात नहीं कर रही थी। और जब अब ट्रैक्टर जुड़ चुके हैं, वहां से दिल्ली के निकल चुके हैं, तो आज ये तीसरे दौर की, आपको तीसरे दिन बात हो रही है, लेकिन बात चौथी बार हो रही है। एक 9 तारीख को बात हुई और 2 बार 12 तारीख को बात हुई, और लेकिन जो सरकार के प्रतिनिधि है ये खाली आश्वासन दे रहे हैं, कोई भरोसा नहीं दे रहे। जैसे जब दिल्ली में
क्योंकि किसान भी सिर्फ पंजाब और कुछ हरियाणा के ही है, कहीं और से किसान भी नहीं आ रहे। किसान तो हमारे देश में मध्य प्रदेश में भी है, राजस्थान में भी है, उत्तर प्रदेश में भी है, बिहार में भी है, उड़ीसा में भी है, दक्षिण भारत में भी है। केवल पंजाब के ही कुछ किसान। और क्या उसी वही बात पर मैं फिर आता हूं, मोदी का ग्राफ गिराने के लिए क्या एक सोची समझी रणनीति है, चाहे बोर्ड एग्जाम हो और बच्चों का भविष्य नष्ट हो?
ऐसा नहीं है, कम से कम देश के 200 जगह से लोग चले हुए हैं। और आपको बता दूं कि कर्नाटक के किसानों को 2 दिन पहले ही मध्य प्रदेश में, भोपाल में गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है, और कई जगह लोगों को रोका गया है। और खाली पंजाब का किसान आंदोलन में नहीं है, पूरे देश का आंदोलन में है। एनसीआर का किसान भी तैयार बैठा है, लगातार मीटिंगें चल रही है, और कल भारत बंद होगा, उसका नतीजा असर सब जगह देखने को मिलेगा। फिर भी हम कहते हैं कि आज की जो बातचीत चल रही है, अगर सरकार उसमें मान लेती है तो उससे अच्छी बात नहीं है। और हमारी कोई ऐसी मांग नहीं है जो सरकार ने हमसे वादा ना किया हो। ये सारी मांग वो है जो सरकार ने हमसे वादा किया था। सरकार ने कहा था हम आपको एमएसपी देंगे, उसके लिए कमेटी का गठन किया, लेकिन 26 महीने में
उस कमेटी में आप लोग तो गए नहीं, बातचीत में आप लोग गए नहीं। क्या केवल आंदोलन ही करना मकसद है, जो बात आज निकलकर भी आई? खैर, निर्णय तो देश को करना है, जनता को करना है। सवित मलिक जी, आप मेरे साथ जुड़े, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अ क्विक ब्रेक हियर, कमिंग अप ऑन द अदर साइड। Days after 8 Indian Navy veterans were freed, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met the Amir of Qatar. He also had a visit to the United Arab Emirates. We've seen what transpired in those meetings, but it's the slow burn, it's the heartburn that it's caused in Pakistan that we'll focus on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us.
बस बस थैंक यू। अरे बेंच ऊपर या नीचे से कोई स्टील वाला है ना, दोनों में से एक ही बोल सकते हैं।
I, Jagat Prakash Nadda, do swear in the name of God that as candidate to fill a seat in the Council of States, solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
Staying put at the Haryana-Punjab border, surrounded by heavy security. On the second day of the farmers' Delhi Chalo protest, attention remained centered around Shambhu border. Tear gas was sporadically deployed, echoing the prolonged protest at Singhu border in 2020-21. Farmers geared up for an extended stay at the heavily guarded Shambhu site along the Haryana border.
Just look at the smoke. Haryana police is continuously targeting the protesters and firing the tear gas shells. Just look at this tear gas shell which fell below the road where the farmers have gathered. Now the police is targeting the farmers who are standing in the middle of this field located on both sides of the national highway.
Employing a Desi anti-drone tactic. As Haryana police deployed UAVs over the protest area, farmers flew kites, hoping to ensnare police drones with their strings. Meanwhile, the Punjab government strongly condemned Haryana police's use of drones to dispense tear gas within Punjab's borders. Haryana authorities warned of escalating measures if peace is disrupted within the state. Meanwhile, the broader Sanyukt Kisan Morcha assessed arrangements for its planned nationwide strike on Feb 16th. SKM leaders deliberated on Haryana police's action against protesting farmers. Another union announced intentions to halt train services for 4 hours in Punjab on Thursday to express solidarity with the demonstrators. Tear gas canisters continued to rain down on the Shambhu site as authorities attempted to disperse the protests. The central government urged farmers to keep dialogue channels open. The farmers' protest stems from a deadlock over the demand for legislation guaranteeing minimum support prices for crops. Though progress has been achieved on various other agricultural issues raised by the farmers. over 200 kilometers away, sealing of borders and extensive police barricades in New Delhi resulted in severe traffic congestion for a second consecutive day in the city. Meanwhile, at Shambhu border, protesters stood their ground, at least for now. Bureau Report, India Today. The iconic heritage structures in Kolkata are being lit up. 17 buildings have been restored and illuminated by citizens as part of the Calcutta Illumination Project. The brain behind the initiative is Mudar Petria, who conceptualized the whole project.
I think these structures needed to be reinvented, and that reinvention could not happen during the day. It could only happen at night. So while I saw the operating headroom as phenomenal, the addressable market is phenomenal, I said if we only light it, not only a new monument will emerge, but a new perception and respect for the neighborhood will happen. And that's really what got me started.
The seeds of the project were sown in September last year, when Petria noticed the iconic dome atop Maniktala market in darkness.
I have faced surprisingly no obstructions. And I can't believe why I didn't do this 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Or maybe 10 years ago I didn't do it because of the high cost of halogens. Now the world of halogens has been replaced by the world of LEDs. An entirely new world is emerged, which is more flexible and definitely lower in cost. So I think we are at the right place and at the right moment.
Since the launch of the project, heritage buildings like the Sacred Heart Church, Geological Survey of India and the Royal Insurance Building have been lit up.
23 साल होने जा रहे हैं। मैंने 13 साल भारत के एक बड़े स्टेट गुजरात की सरकार में रहते हुए लोगों की सेवा की है और अब मुझे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में देशवासियों की सेवा करते हुए 10 साल होने जा रहे हैं। मैं मानता हूं कि सरकार का अभाव भी नहीं होना चाहिए और सरकार का दबाव भी नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि मैं तो ये मानता हूं कि लोगों की जिंदगी में सरकार का दखल कम से कम हो, ये सुनिश्चित करना भी सरकार का ही काम है। हम अक्सर कई एक्सपर्ट्स को सुनते हैं कि कोविड के बाद दुनिया भर में सरकारों पर भरोसा कम हुआ है।
Welcome back. After the grand inauguration of the Hindu temple in Abu Dhabi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi went straight to Qatar. This was his second visit to Doha in the past 10 years. Now, in the positive shadow of Qatar's Amir intervening and releasing the 8 former Indian Navy officers, the two heads of state and government had what was described as a very successful bilateral meeting. We bring you more in this report.
Prime Minister Modi landed in Qatar on his second visit since 2016 on Thursday with a ceremonial welcome. Days after Qatar released 8 Navy veterans who were jailed on espionage charges. This visit by the Indian Prime Minister holds political and diplomatic significance of immense. A Accompanied by the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, the Prime Minister had bilateral talks with the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, and Prime Minister of Qatar, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani, focusing on ways to strengthen ties between New Delhi and Doha.
Topics of discussion included a wide range of areas of bilateral cooperation, including trade partnership, investment cooperation, energy partnership, issues engaged in regional security, cultural affinity, and people-to-people ties.
Qatar is the largest supplier of LNG to India, accounting for over 48% of India's global LNG imports. This Middle East country is also India's largest supplier of LPG, accounting for 29% of India's total LPG imports. Besides LNG, India also imports ethylene, propylene, ammonia, urea, and polyethylene from Qatar. The bilateral trade between the two countries have been growing in volumes as well as in the past few years. While India looks forward to ensuring this stable trade relations further, the recent release of the Indian nationals has added a positive dimension to the relations between the two nations.
Prime Minister thanked His Highness the Emir for his support for the welfare of the Indian community, and in this regard expressed his deep appreciation to His Highness the Emir for the release of 8 Indian nationals of Al Dahra Company.
On his arrival in Doha, the Prime Minister was greeted warmly by the Indian diaspora outside his hotel. People carrying Indian tricolour and gifts for Prime Minister Modi chanted Modi Modi and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Prime Minister Modi shook hands with them. They also took pictures of Prime Minister Modi as he interacted with them. Bureau Report, India Today.
The grand inauguration of the Divya Bhavya temple in Abu Dhabi and the grand reception welcome that Prime Minister Narendra Modi got both in the United Arab Emirates and Qatar has caused tremendous heartburn in Pakistan. There is realization that India's growing economic might and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's personal diplomacy has paid rich dividends, both in terms of investment in India and securing the release of 8 former Indian Navy personnel sentenced to death in Qatar. There is also realization that Pakistan is going down the tube.
मैं सिर्फ कहना ये चाहता हूँ कि कुछ चीज़ें जो हैं वो हम अपने दुश्मन मुल्क से भी सीख सकते हैं कि किस तरह वो अपने शहरियों को जहाँ कहीं भी हैं उनके मफाद को लुक आफ्टर करते हैं, उनकी हिफाजत करते हैं. मैं ये ख़तन नहीं कह रहा कि हम ऐसा नहीं करते, लेकिन ये एक अच्छी एग्जाम्पल हमारे सामने सेट हुई है और इसमें जो है कहना पड़ता है कि मोदी साहब ने बड़ा एक्टिवली इसमें रोल प्ले किया.
दोस्तों, लगता यह है कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी का जो मैजिक है, जो जादू है, वो चल गया है कि जस्ट बिफोर द इलेक्शंस प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी वन अ ह्यूज डिप्लोमेटिक सक्सेस. ये बहुत बड़ी डिप्लोमेटिक कामयाबी है कि आप अपने 8 जो बंदे जिनके ऊपर जासूसी का इल्ज़ाम है और उनकी अदालत ने उनको सजाए मौत दी है, ठीक है जी. और मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है इसको अगर अनफोल्ड किया जाए, द कतरीज न्यू कि ये लोग जो हैं दे वर देयर फॉर सम रीज़न दैट वाज नॉट गुड रीज़न. उन्होंने उनको फाइनल डेथ सेंटेंस सुना दी एंड डेथ सेंटेंस सुना के उन्होंने इंडिया के ऊपर एक एहसान भी कर दिया, ठीक है. सो इट्स वेरी क्लियर, ठीक है. बट रिमेंबर, फॉर द गवर्नमेंट, फॉर द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, अपने लोगों को बचाना जो है ना, दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. और ये इस चीज़ ने प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी के ऊपर एट होम जो है वो उसका कॉन्फिडेंस जो है वो बढ़ा दिया है. दैट दिस वो जिसे वो कहते हैं ना, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है. दे यूज दिस वर्ड, उनकी पार्टी के लोग, सम सेक्शंस ऑफ द मीडिया, सम सेक्शंस ऑफ द सिविल सोसाइटी व्हिच दे बिलीव कि ये वो चीज़ है.
For this, Pakistan just needs to look within and stop being a state sponsor of radical Islamist terror. There is a lot for Pakistan to gain if it reforms. That is all I have for you on this special edition of India First. Many thanks for watching. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत की दुकान खोल रहे हैं। और सिर्फ मैं नहीं खोलता हूं, ये मोहब्बत की दुकानें आप सबके दिलों में हैं। आपने देखा होगा, कांग्रेस के किसी भी कार्यकर्ता को देखो, हमारे नेताओं को देखो, मुस्कुराते हुए चेहरे दिखेंगे। टेंशन हो, मुश्किल हो, कठिनाइयां हो, कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता, कांग्रेस पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता मुस्कुराते हुए दिखेंगे। सही? देखो, सारे के सारे मुस्कुरा रहे हैं। दूसरी तरफ बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ताओं को देखो, ऐसे देखते हैं। पूरी दुनिया को रोज ऐसे देखते हैं कि बाकी सब लोगों को कुछ नहीं मालूम, आरएसएस और बीजेपी के लोगों को सब कुछ मालूम। सोच है उनकी। और देश में कोने कोने में नफरत फैलाते रहते हैं। मणिपुर को जला दिया, एक जात को दूसरी जात से लड़ाते हैं, एक धर्म को दूसरे धर्म से लड़ाते हैं। तो उनके हिंसा और नफरत के खिलाफ हमने भारत जोड़ो यात्रा की और यह नारा दिया, नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत की दुकान।
You have been a supporter of not having a minimum income guarantee, and you and others have been writing that you believe that such a legal guarantee of a minimum support price would be financially unviable, is a bad idea, would end up in fiscal instability. On what basis are you arguing this? Why do you believe that a minimum support price would lead to fiscal chaos and financial instability if we gave it to the farmers of the country?
Let me further add that it can be anti-farmer. How? Normally the prices are decided by demand and supply. And if the MSP is made legal, the production, assume, of a particular commodity is 100, but the demand is 70, then what will happen? Nobody will touch the remaining 30. It will stay with the farmers. What will you do? What can they do? Because if I buy at a price lower than MSP, I may be put behind the bars if it is legal, right? So the issue is a simple understanding of a 9th grader who has studied demand and supply. When the prices are low, demand is high. When the prices are high, demand is low. And market has to clear. And if you don't understand this ABC, of basic economics, then I'm sorry. Demanding legal and implementing that all over the country for 23 commodities, to me, it's impossible.
The information about the funding of political parties is essential for the effective exercise of the choice of voting. One of the factors which contributes to political inequality is the difference in the ability of persons to influence political decisions because of economic inequality. Economic inequality leads to differing levels of political engagement because of the deep association between money and politics. At a primary level, political contributions give a seat at the table to the contributor. That is, it enhances access to legislators. This access also translates into influence over policy making. There is also a legitimate possibility that financial contribution to a political party would lead to quid pro quo arrangements because of the close nexus between money and politics. Quid pro quo arrangements could be in the form of introducing a policy change or granting a license to the person making financial contribution to the political party in power.
Sonia Gandhi is moving to the upper house of parliament. The Congress leader, flanked by former Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, filed her nomination from Rajasthan for the Rajya Sabha elections on Wednesday. While Karnataka and Telangana leaders had urged Sonia to contest from those states, the former party chief, by picking Rajasthan, seems to be suggesting the Congress is still in the fight in the Hindi heartland. With Sonia exiting the Lok Sabha battle, there is speculation that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra might contest from Raebareli, the constituency represented by Indira Gandhi earlier. If Priyanka indeed enters the fray, it won't be a cakewalk, as Rahul Gandhi had lost the family pocket borough of Amethi in 2019. Sonia entered the electoral politics 25 years ago when she contested from Bellary and Amethi in 1999. She won both seats but chose Amethi. Since then, she has seen many ups and downs in politics. Sonia led the Congress to power in 2004 but sacrificed the Prime Minister post, picking Manmohan Singh.
Today, that voice tells me I must humbly decline this post.
But later, she failed to check the party's slide to its lowest tallies in the last two elections. Bureau Report, India Today.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 27 and minimum 11 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 32 and minimum 22 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 31 and minimum 19 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 29 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 30 and minimum 23 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 32 and minimum 18 degrees.
Watching India Today.
Hello, you're watching India Today and I'm Aishwarya Paliwal. Let's start the show with the headlines. Bengal women narrate the horrifying molestation ordeals. Mamata Banerjee claims that the victims are BJP agents. BJP hits back. Amidst all this, angry locals vandalized TMC office in Sandeshkhali.